Good evening, distinguished Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. First of all, happy Holi, everyone. I'm truly delighted and excited to be a part of this meeting. Are you all excited as well? If yes, make some noise.
Yes, we
Okay.
are.
Yes, happy Holi, Sunil.
Yeah.
Happy Holi to
Delighted.
everyone.
Thank you.
Happy Holi,
Thank
everyone.
you. Thank you. So, a warm welcome to meeting number 65 of the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club. I'm Toastmaster Sunil Gupta, your sergeant arms for today's meeting. It's my responsibility as well as duty to maintain the decorum of the meeting. And to achieve this task, I want to highlight some key points. The meeting is scheduled for a duration of 2 hours, and I urge all of you to stay for the entire duration to get the maximum benefit out of it. I also request, please switch on your cameras and keep yourself muted. However, you can unmute yourself when you are called or you need to speak. Regarding the topics of sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmasters International doesn't put any restriction on speaking on these topics, but at the Gabbys Toastmasters Club, we humbly request all the speakers and role takers, please be mindful and abstain from expressing any controversial views on these sensitive topics. As a club, in line with Toastmasters International, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. I hope you will maintain the decorum of the meeting and help me to run the meeting smoothly, properly, and perfectly. With these key points, with this hope, now I would like to call upon a very charming and happy person, today's presiding officer, Toastmaster Yogita Upadhyay. Toastmaster Yogita Upadhyay is a go with the flow and a joyful person. I often see her smiling. Sometimes she smiles even when she expresses her grievances. She's always been a people-friendly person, enjoying her face as HR and image and soft skills trainer. And beyond the 9 to 5 hustle, you will find her dancing, reading mind-bending books, exploring new places, or experimenting with different foods. You can see her. She experiments with foods. It means she loves food, foods. So please welcome today's presiding officer, very charming personality, Toastmaster Yogita Upadhyay. Over to you, Yogita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sunil. I am beyond flattered by your gracious words. Good evening, everyone. And thank you for setting the stage and ensuring everything is in place for today's session. I hereby call meeting number 65 of the Gabbys International Toastmaster Club to order. A warm welcome to all our members and a special welcome to our guests who are joining us today. Whether you are a first-time visitor or a familiar face, we are excited to have you. And I see we have quite a number of guests. Toastmaster Shaleen, would you please quickly give a 30 seconds introduction?
Okay, this is my third or fourth meeting at Gabby's group. I am a Toastmasters at Pink City Toastmasters Club, Jaipur. And I work as Director Sales in a Jaipur-based SaaS firm. I'm here to improve and learn as much as possible from all of you. That's all. Thank you.
Looking forward to learn from you as well. And next we have Rajnikant. He's a guest with us. Would you like to give a 30 seconds quick introduction for everyone?
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity, Yogita. I'm Rajnikant. I'm part of Open Text Toastmasters Club, Bangalore. We are a pretty new club and would like to have a understanding from how Gabbys is doing it. This is the first time I'm attending, and I have watched YouTube videos from Gabbys. Thank you.
Okay, welcome once again. And I hope you have a good experience. We also have Vijayam. If you can come up and give a 30-second introduction. Okay. We also have Shashikant Sharma.
Yeah, hello everyone. Myself President Sharma. I'm a software engineer by profession. This is my second meeting. Gabbys.
Oh,
And improve on
sorry.
my public speaking skill.
I'm sorry, your voice cracked in between. Can you repeat? You said something. This is your second meeting, and
Second meeting at Gabbys.
okay, all right. Okay, looking forward to more learnings, Shashikant. We also have Abhishek Soni.
Hey, hi. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Uh, I'm a professional chartered accountant by profession, and I'm currently working in an investment bank of Australia. And I'm looking forward to improve myself day by day, and that's why I'm here.
All right. Okay, that's from our guest, and thank you so much for giving us your introduction. Without any much wait, I'll let you know why this meeting is extra special today. It's extra special because we have an educational session by none other than Toastmaster Mila Myrsep. Toastmaster Mila is the 2024 public speaking champion for continental Europe. Just to give you a little gist, I'm not giving her entire intro. You'll get to know her when she delivers a session. She is a world semi-finalist for the public speaking, and she is also the CEO of Word for Word, an accomplished copywriter, translator, and a keynote speaker. With a vast experience in clarity coaching, copywriting, and inspiration giving, she is here to share her knowledge and wisdom, something we all can look forward to. But before we dive into the session, let me now hand over the stage to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Kala. Toastmaster Kala is currently working as a superintendent in the water board. Beyond her professional role, she is an enthusiastic badminton player and has a deep passion for attending Toastmasters, which reflect her dedication to learning and growth. With that, let's get started. I now invite Toastmaster Kala to take over the stage. Over to you.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Welcome you all to 65th meeting of Gabbys Toastmasters Club. Dear Toastmasters, today we have a special meeting. Do you know why? Because we have educational session, even that on speech mastery. Dear Toastmasters, in any typical Toastmasters meeting, we have three main segments. That is prepared speech session, table topic session, and general evaluation session. But today we have education session also. Dear Toastmasters, why do we need this educational session? I need answers from you. Why do we need educational session? Anyone of you?
To know more how we can improve ourselves?
Yeah, sure. To know more, to improve knowledge. When I had this question in my mind, I suddenly remember this small story. Let us listen this small story. There was a monk in a temple. One day he went to his master and said, "Sir, I would not like to live in this temple because everyone speaks negative about me and they do more politics on me." Therefore, I would like to move from this temple to live peacefully. Master said, okay, you do whatever you want, you move wherever you want, but before that, I will assign you a task. You have to complete the task. Monk accepted, and Master assigned a task. He said, hold a spoon full of water. Move around the temple without spilling a drop of water. If you complete this task, you can move wherever you want. Monk accepted, and the next day morning, he poured a spoonful of water, moved around the temple without spilling a drop of water, and he succeeded in his task. He went to his master and said, Sir, I completed the task. Shall I move now? Master said, Oh, how did you complete this task? You didn't hear the negative words of other monks? You didn't hear the politics of other monks? How did you succeed in this task? Then the monk replied, Sir, I concentrate only on my tasks, not other words. Master said, yes, if you focus on negative, you will get negative thoughts. If you focus on good things, you will get good. You concentrate on your task, therefore you succeeded in your task. Finally, monk learned a best lesson from the task which master has assigned to him. Finally, he would love to stay in the same temple to achieve his goals. Dear Toastmasters, if I correlate the same story to this meeting, each and every Toastmasters meeting and especially educational session help us to improve focus, the power of focus. And this focus further help us to get success in our life. Therefore, we need educational session in Toastmasters meeting. Today, we privileged to have a great educational session that too on unlocking the secrets to speech mastery. The Toastmasters, without making much delay, let's begin a great educational session. And Toastmasters, most of us, we are striving every day to become a better speaker. But only few of us, they captivate the audience only through their speech. But most of us still struggling. Why? Because we do not know the proper techniques to become mastery over the speech. Therefore, we are conducting educational session today. To conduct this session, we have a fabulous guest speaker. Presently, she is a founder and CEO of Word for World, based in Zurich, Switzerland, a passionate advocate of effective communication, holds BSc in International Management and Translation and Interpreting, MSc in Mentoring and Coaching. In 2024, Public Speaking Champion for Continental Europe, and in 2024, semi-finalist in the World Championship of Public Speaking. What not? Dear Toastmasters, please put your hands together to welcome a wealth of knowledge, Toastmaster Mila Myrsep on stage.
Thank you all so much. Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, that's a good start. So welcome to you all. This is a huge, huge privilege for me on so many levels. And I've already learned a new fact. And this is to my embarrassment. I didn't know there was such a thing as half-hour time zones. So I've spent the last week wondering why is our time difference 4.5 hours? But it is. So this is news to me. So I'm 4.5 hours behind. It's good afternoon for me because of that. In the background, you can see more or less where I live. Not on that hill, not on the peak of that mountain, but pretty close. It's quite cold here. We have snow. So just to give you context as to where I am at this very moment. But my topic today is not about mountains. It's not about Switzerland. It's about communication. And the reason I'm talking about communication today is because I've been invited to do so, but because I firmly believe that you, every one of you, and I share something in common. And before I tell you what we share in common, I'm going to have to remove that screen in the background because it will disturb what I'm about to show you. So enjoy the view for another few seconds because it's going to be gone in 1 moment. Gone. Now what you see is my office, not quite as exotic. So what we share in common is this. Can you all read what it says? It says champ, exactly.
Yes.
All of us here have it in us to become communication champs. There's a but here. In order for that to happen, I'm still working on it. I got pretty close, but I'm not there yet. There are some key ingredients that all of us need to pay heed to. And those key ingredients are hidden behind each of these letters. Okay. Now, I'm not going to do all the work today on my own. I want this to be an interactive session, which is why I invite you, we're going to go through each letter of the alphabet. And what I want all of you to do is to, when I say out a letter, for you to guess in the realm of communication, what you think that letter stands for. And I'm going to give you permission to unmute and shout out whatever you believe it is. And I will write down your answers. And when I say stop shouting, you stop shouting. Not because I don't want to hear more, but because time is of the essence. So we're going to start with the letter C. So I would like all of you to think what you believe the letter C, we're talking about a key ingredient in communication, what you believe that letter C might stand for.
Clarity, concept,
Connection.
clarity.
Yeah, clarity. Clarity, okay.
Connection.
Creativity.
Creativity, yeah, go on.
Connection.
Communicate
Connection.
effectively.
Communicate effectively, okay. Continue. Any more bids?
Commitment to be a good speaker, good communicator.
Commitment, okay. Good,
Colorful.
good, good.
Colorful.
Colorful, very good.
Content.
Sorry? What was that?
Content. Content.
Content, good,
Champion.
good, good, good. Champion, yeah, well, that's what we want to get. Okay, very good.
Coherence.
Sorry?
Confidence. Coherence.
Coherence, okay. Right, I'm going to say stop. Okay. Right, so I'm going to tell you what you said, and all of these points are valid, okay? None of them are not valid. We have clarity, we have creativity, we have communication, connection, we have commitment, colorful, content, cohesion, and did someone say confidence?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Yay! Right. Again, all of these points are valid. But one of the things that I have noticed, I'm going to be a bit of your guinea pig on this journey. I have noticed is that without confidence, nothing will happen. Now, as you probably shared this of you as well, that some people seem to be born with confidence. You can also call it overconfidence, sometimes arrogance. And then some people tend to have way too little confidence. And then a lot of us, and I think I belong to that category, many of you might also belong to that category, our confidence can tend to vary. That our level can be, if things are going well, it's high. If things are not going well, it's very low. And that really affects how we communicate. Now, taking my own journey to the World semi-finals last year, when things were going well and I became the European champion, my confidence level was on a high. But then getting ready for the World Championships, I was faced with very harsh feedback, justifiably. But then what happens is your confidence tends to reduce. So how do we make sure that we keep a healthy dollop of confidence, that we're not too arrogant, that we're not too low on our confidence? And I think there's a key way to do this. And the key is that you are unique. I repeat that. You are unique. There are about 8 billion people on this planet, and every single one of us is unique. And that's what you need to bring to your communication. The belief that you are not better than anyone else, you are not worse than anyone else, because you are you. And that is your capital. So when you get feedback that might seem a bit difficult to deal with, remember that that person giving the feedback to you might be coming from a good place. Take what you feel works for you, but don't let that destroy your confidence. It's really important. And then you move on. You move on with whatever is brought to the table, sometimes positive feedback. But even positive feedback shouldn't make you feel, wow, I am better than anyone else. It's really important that going through this journey in Toastmasters, which needs to relate to the rest of your life, of course, that you keep that in mind. You are you, your uniqueness. No one else can do you better than you. Always remember that. So that's letter C. Moving on to the next one. Now you can unmute again, same game. H.
Humorous.
Humorous, okay.
Honesty.
Honest.
Honest, okay.
Hardworking.
Any more of us? Hardworking, yay. Any more offers?
Hope.
Sorry?
Hope.
Hope?
Create
Yeah.
hope. Yeah.
Create hope, yeah.
Humility.
Humility. Very good. Yeah.
Helpfulness.
Helpful, yeah. So there was someone else. Helpful and?
Hurdles.
Can you say that again?
Hurdles.
Hardest?
Hurdles.
Hurdle.
Sorry, me, I'm not, yeah, hurdles. Yeah, okay. Hurdles, very good.
Heroism.
Sorry?
Heroism.
Hero.
Yeah.
Heroism, very good. Okay, let's stop there because of the time factor. Okay, no one got it. Or everyone got it. Depends on how you want to look at this. So I'll tell you what you said. You said humor, honest, hardworking, hope, humility, helpful, hurdles, heroism. Okay. My H has all of that in it. It's heart. Heart. When we choose to speak from the heart, some of us associate that with being soppy, weak, not great, not factual. That is not true. If we want to tap into our emotions, the only way we can do that is if we speak from the heart. Anger, pain, joy, laughter, happiness, humility, all of that comes from the heart. And when we choose to bring that into our communication, that's when we connect with others. Otherwise, we're robots. So if we want to connect, we have to connect with our own emotions first. And that the only way we can do that is if we decide to speak from the heart. We cannot expect others to connect with us if we're not willing to show, I guess the word vulnerability might be useful, because often when we feel vulnerable, we might be more emotional. But it's so important, not just in Toastmasters, to have the courage, to have that, someone said honesty, which also comes from the heart. Really important. And to bring this example home to you, can one of you, did anyone today have a really hearty meal? You're familiar with the word hearty? Full big meal. Anyone?
Yep.
Yes, please share what you had, please, and how it felt.
So you were asking me, Mila?
Yes, yeah, whoever said yes, yes. First one, go, yeah.
So Mila, I had normal lunch. However, it had my favorite dishes, and it had my favorite curries also, which my mother cooked. I would not say like she cooked, we had somebody to cook it for us, but she was the one who was behind the instructions and giving the instructions. But that was something I had today. It was a normal meal which I had, but it was full of goodness.
Full of goodness, great. So it was delicious, full of goodness. Okay, so we heard that. What's your name? Sorry, your name is?
I'm Shaleen.
Shaleen?
Shaleen.
Shaleen. Okay, so we heard from Shaleen. Thank you, Shaleen, for sharing. I might need you back on that one, so just keep that in mind, okay? So Shaleen just shared what he had for lunch with us, okay? Only Shaleen can tell us that with the conviction that it was full of goodness. And that full of goodness is basically what's nourished Shaleen at his lunch. It was nourishing. He was nurtured by that lunch. Now translate that idea to your communication. Heartiness, fullness is what gives you that kind of energy that allows you to connect with others. As soon as you said full of goodness, I pictured that lunch. So remember, heartiness, heart, that's when the humor will come in. That's when the emotions will come in. Very important. Okay, are we ready to move on to the next ingredient? Well, you are. You're going to have to, because you have no choice. Excuse my English humor. If I go too far, you just say stop, okay? So, A.
Articulation.
Articulation. Okay,
Yes,
continue.
Educate.
Sorry?
Educate, not more, not less.
Okay.
Attitude.
Sorry?
Attitude.
Attitude. Okay.
Authentic.
Audience.
Audience. Authentic.
Authenticity. Yeah.
Authenticity. Anything else?
Awareness.
Awareness.
Happy.
Okay. Sorry?
Anger.
Anger. Did someone say anger?
Yes.
Okay.
Assertiveness.
Appropriate. Appropriate.
Appropriate. Okay. Okay. We'll stop there. Sorry? One more.
Assertiveness.
Effective or acceptance?
Assertiveness.
Assertiveness. Very good. Okay. Let's stop there. Very good. So we have, someone got it. Just saying. It's not a competition, but just saying. Okay. So we have articulate, I can't read my own writing, awareness, audience, authenticity, anger, acceptance, appropriateness, and assertiveness. And someone said, no, before I say what someone said, I want to get into the anger one. Okay, anger yes, we sometimes need to be angry and show anger in speeches, but that's the heart category. When you speak from the heart, we often think, I'm going back a step here, we often think it's all just positive. It's not. Heart means being really expressing how you feel. So anger is an important one, but that's in the H group. So someone said authenticity. Yes. The A in my book stands for authenticity. And let me use my own example again for this. So I thought that if I was you, remember the confidence, that confidence means being uniquely you, that would automatically mean I'm authentic. I mean, if I'm being me, how can it be that I'm not being authentic? So using the example again of making my way to the semi-finals, where one of the things you have to do is expose yourself beforehand and have lots of people listen to your speech and give honest opinions. And about a week before I was due to go to California to the World Championships, I did my speech, presented my speech one last time. Well, when you go to the World Championships, you need 2 speeches. So it was my second speech, the weaker one of the 2. I presented it to one last time, and I thought I'd nailed it. Talk about being too confident. I thought, wow, Mila, you really did a good job. Until someone came up to me after it and said, you know what, Mila? Your presentation had everything you need, but you weren't in it. What? Now, this person who's very, very kind had a point. He basically noticed that okay, I'm going to start again. There are 3 reasons why we lose authenticity. And I think, listen carefully to this one. Reason number 1 is we try too hard. When we try too hard to perform and do well, we are no longer true to ourselves, which means prepare as much as you can, but then be willing to say, this is good enough. Trying to do too good destroys your authenticity. Another reason why we lose our authenticity is, and before I tell you what that is, anyone out there have role models? Anyone out there, have you ever have any names of people you admire in the public speaking domain? Can anyone think of anyone who's like, you know, is it Oprah Winfrey or anyone you think, wow, I wish I was like that person?
Yes, Virat
Okay.
Kohli, Indian cricketer.
Sorry, what's the name?
Virat Kohli.
Okay, I don't know. Is it from India? Yeah,
Yes,
a famous
he is
person.
Indian.
Good. Anyone else?
Modi.
Sorry. Okay.
Modi.
One more.
I like, means again, Osho is no more, but I'm a fan of Osho, and he was very good in public speaking. Means he was a spiritual commentator, so I liked him. He was very logical as well.
Okay. So very good. I mean, why I'm asking this is that I think we all have role models that we think, oh wow, so great, love how they speak, wish I was them, blah blah blah. I'm quite a fan in my world. Tony Robinson is quite a big one for me. So there's some people that I really think, wow. There's a big but here. It's good to have role models, but it's not good to try and imitate them. When you have a role model, it's not about imitation, it's about inspiration. So basically, because if you look at someone on the screen and you think, oh, I want to, you know, in my job, or I want to be like them, there is a real danger of losing your own authenticity. And again, bringing you back to that idea that the person you do best is you. So take inspiration, but inspiration is not the same as imitation. Very, very important. Okay. So don't try too hard, be prepared, but sometimes just say, this is good enough. I'm going to stay true to myself, and don't imitate. Okay. Right. Moving on. Now we're going to skip an ingredients because this one here, the M, we will look at more closely.
Motivation.
No, we're not looking at no, and we're moving right on to P for the moment. And we're going to do later. P. What do you think the P stands for?
I think patience.
Patience?
Participants.
Participants? Anything else? Sorry?
Persuasive.
Okay, yeah.
Purpose.
Presentation.
Purpose.
Presentation.
Presentation.
Presence.
Presence, yeah, okay.
I would add one more, preparation.
Preparation.
Preparation. Okay. Okay.
Passion.
Okay.
Passion.
Passion? Did you say passion?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else?
Perfection.
Perfection. Okay. Right. Shall we stop there? Okay. I'm going to pick out two here. Now, the one person who said perfection, I should have mentioned that with authenticity as well. Perfection is the killer of authenticity. I'm going to repeat that. Perfection is the killer of authenticity. There is no such thing as perfection. I'm going to repeat that. There is no such thing as perfection. And why I'm bringing this home to you is because I think we forget that. Whether we are, striving to become world champions of public speaking, or in our jobs, wanting to be promoted, we cannot be perfect. We can be excellent, but we cannot be perfect. And I think it's really important to remember, because that is, again, it really will kill your authenticity. If you notice speakers out there and you think, what is it? Why am I connecting? It's not because they're perfect. It's not that. So, but an important point to say, because it's actually bringing me to the P in a different way. So we had, someone said patience, participation, persuasion, purpose, presentation, preparation, passion, and I think someone said presence. Did someone say presence?
Yes.
Yay! I give you 10 points because usually no one gets that one. Okay, so why is presence so important? Presence, not in the term of wrapping a gift, means being in the moment. And that ties into authenticity, speaking from the heart, confidence. When we go on a stage, or we're in a meeting, or we have to present at work, the only place we should be in that moment, in that moment, is in the now. And what that means is being willing to accept that whatever you say or present in that moment is the best possible version that you can present in that moment. Where I think a lot of us fall short, me included, is that, when we practice, which we should, someone said preparation is very important, but when we prepare and we think, oh, now that's great, now I've got it, then we go on stage, we have that expectation of delivering exactly that version. And that's never going to happen, because it's a different moment in time. So literally, and let me be your guinea pig again. In the world semifinals, I have to use this as an example because I think you can all relate to this. So in all the contests that I participated in Toastmasters before, even to European level, I chose to be outside the room if I wasn't the first speaker in the contest. That's the way I worked. I thought, some peace and quiet before it's my turn. Now, of all places, at the world semifinals, we are told that we all have to stay in the room and listen to the previous speakers. Panic. I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this. But then at some point, that thing kicked in and said, no, you do. This is the moment. You can spoil it by wanting things to be different, or you can say, I'm here now. This is what I'm going to do. And whatever I deliver on that stage, I will accept as the best version. And the only way you can do that is by accepting that you are in the now. And to illustrate that point, can I have our breakfast gentlemen? Can you unmute yourself? Shaleen was the name?
Yeah, Shaleen, yes.
Shaleen. Okay, Shaleen. Can you tell us again what you had for lunch today?
So I had pulses. It was a curry of pulses. I don't know if that is the right way of describing it. Then I had one vegetable. I don't know what it's called in English. And then I had bread, the typical Indian bread. It's called roti. And I had some salad also. So I had cucumber and yes, I had cucumber.
Was it delicious?
It was nice. I found it sumptuous, and I always get the taste of I always get the same taste of my mother's recipe, and yeah, it was nice.
Okay, thank you for that. Sorry for interrupting, but it's about the time. Thank you for sharing that. So why did we do that? First of all, because I was very interested in hearing more about that lunch, but also it was the same lunch, but described very differently. Now we all know it's the same lunch, same thing, but you chose to give us other information. You used the word sumptuous before you used a different word to describe it, of equal value. And the version you just gave us now was the best possible version for the moment now. You didn't have to try and repeat what you said, because if I'd have said to you, now tell me exactly what you said before, you probably would have gone, ugh. So that's just to demonstrate the importance of presence. Okay, now we are moving on to the one ingredient, which I will go into even more detail. If I'm talking too much, you can tell me. I'm not offended, okay? If you don't speak up, I will continue. So moving on, we are going to now start guessing. What does the M stand for?
Morality. For me, is morality.
Morality, okay.
Motivating.
Motivating.
Message.
Anything else?
Message.
Moral.
Sorry, what did you say?
Moral.
Message.
Something. I can hear someone in the background. Say that again.
I said message.
Message.
Message, okay.
Moral.
Anything else?
Measurement.
Okay, yeah.
Mindfulness.
Mindfulness.
Mission.
Mission, okay.
Moderate.
Moderate, okay. One more.
Mastering.
Mastering, yeah, okay. Excellent. Someone said it. All of them are relevant. Again, pointing out the mindfulness one is, I'd say, the presence. So everything you're saying is relevant. Don't think just because I'm not picking that one out. Just see maybe where it fits into the acronym CHAMP. And do I have copyright on it? It's mine, but you can use it. No problem. Anyway, so now I will share my screen. We're talking about the M factor now. So if you close your eyes for a moment until I tell you to open, because I don't want you to see too much. Yeah, I knew this was going to happen. Okay. Now you can open. Okay, so someone said it. I'm going to read all of these out and you can tell me which one you think is the right one. Okay, someone said motivation, someone said message, someone said mindfulness, someone said mission, moderate, mastering, meaningfulness. Anyone's? What do you think it is?
Message.
Yes, it's message. So why am I picking this one? Okay, I could go on about all of them, but this one is the one thing that is also quite, shall I say, technical. The others have a lot to do with, being aware of how we perform on stage. But message is something that we can all do and all of us really struggle with. And I'll tell you why. Why I believe this is so. When in our own minds we think of things to talk about, and I'm really talking about mostly about the Toastmaster setting, but of course it translates into any other realm of life. But when we come up with ideas for what we want to talk about, it's crystal clear in our heads because we've usually had the experience, but it's not crystal clear to the people we're talking to. So this is about how do we break that assumption that the way we are thinking will automatically make what we're trying to say clear to our audience. So I'm going to use, to start with, I'm going to go into the advertising realm just to bring home to you what I believe needs to happen. So moving on to the first one. Do you know Snickers? Are you familiar with Snickers? In Europe, it's a chocolate bar, widely still out there, very sticky, very sweet. Now, Snickers has, you can call it a logo. For me, I would also see that as a sort of message. Snickers is saying, as an advertising gag, they're saying, you're not you when you're hungry. So basically they're saying, oh, you need to do something about not being hungry. Have a Snickers bar. Okay, so they're encapsulating an idea into a few words. Companies pay a lot of money for people to come up with these slogans, by the way. So they're not easy, but that's what we're trying to achieve in Toastmasters as well. Now, I wasn't familiar with this car. I think it is a car that you find in India. So I looked it up. Do you know the slogan for Tata Safari? Anyone?
Just a request for me, minimum the screen is not showing the logo in the center. I don't know if others are able to view it.
Can you see? Can you not see?
I only see the question marks.
You only see the question marks. It hasn't moved on. Right. Thank you very much for telling me that. So
yeah,
what do you
it's the
see?
same. I think it's for everyone.
Thank you for speaking up. I know what I need to do. One moment. I'm working with two screens, and I think that's the problem.
Now it is there. Now it is there.
Where is it now? Do you see it now?
Yes, now it is. Right.
But you see on the side as well. Okay, well, just do this. Okay, it's fine. Okay. Can you see everything at once then now? What do you see?
We see the Tata Safari in the center now.
Okay, okay. Right. So can you see what it says at the bottom?
It says reclaim your life.
Exactly. Okay. So Tata Safari uses the slogan. Thank you for pointing that out. The problem. So the Tata Safari slogan is reclaim your life. And the one on the right, the picture on the right, well, we will find out who that is and what the slogan is in the next one. But looking at Snickers and Tata Safari, what they're doing for their consumers is trying to lure them in by making a certain promise. So whether they're true or not, it's advertising, we don't know. What we want is to be truthful, but basically that's what we want to achieve. We want our audience to have such a simple takeaway from what we're saying that they can remember it in a few words. That's what we're trying to go for. The challenge here is, and let me move on to the next slide. Can you see the next slide?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So this is the challenge. If we look at the left, usually when we want to share something, we have a lot of stories in our head as to how we want to share them. And it makes it very difficult to discern the actual message. That's problem number one. Problem number two is our message, key message, gets buried underneath too much content. We have too much content. It's really hard to understand what is it exactly we're trying to say. And the third problem is we have too many messages, that we have not made a decision on what is it exactly that we want our audience to end up knowing. And the challenge is when you confuse your audience, you lose your audience. So clarity of message is basically what you want. And for that to happen is that instead of thinking of stories to tell, start with the message. Find out the message that you want to share and then build a story around it and not the other way around. Okay. And how do we do that? How do we define, how do we find the message? How do we make sure what we want to say becomes clear? And for me, what I do is I use 3 questions. I start asking myself, do I have a meaningful topic that I want to talk about? Usually that will be tied into an experience that I've had. Question number 1, do I have that? Question number 2, how did the topic or that experience affect me? There's the feelings. Remember the champ thing, the heart thing? How did it make me feel? Because only if something makes us feel in a way, certain way, do we have a message. If it leaves us cold, it's usually irrelevant. And the third one is there a lesson in that message? And is that lesson, that message, is it worth sharing universally? That's a hard one because we're also talking about cultural differences. But if you're in your own arena, you will know, is that message universally relevant for everyone that you want to address it to? Okay, so those 3 questions can help you before you go out and start writing a big speech or say, what is it? What's the experience? How did it make me feel? And what message can I take from it? So I'm going to now use my own journey again to help illustrate, to give you an example of what I mean. Okay. So here you see 1 and 2. So question number 1 is, this refers to my speech that took me to the world semifinals. So my first question was, do I have an experience, a topic that that I think is valid, should be, question number 1, could be of interest? And I decided I did have one, because as a child, I got bullied in school. And I was told I was ugly. I was told many not nice things. Okay. So that's question number 1. Yes, I have a topic. Question number 2. How did that make me feel? Made me feel unaccepted, ate at my self-worth, affected my confidence, and I didn't feel valued. So it did something. It emotionally did something to me. Point number 3 is, so what's the message? Is there a message here? And my feeling was, the message is that I felt labeled and I shouldn't feel labeled. I should not feel labeled, believing the backstory is then, and why shouldn't I feel labeled? Because what they said wasn't true and how I felt wasn't true. So that was my template for saying, okay, so now taking these information, how do I translate that into a speech that might be universally valuable for my audience? And this is what I came up with. I decided that my message is that when we feel labeled, when people say things about us, we need to check what they're saying. So the title and the message of my speech was, check the label. Don't just accept, check the label. So that's a call to action, because a message also is basically synonymous with a call to action. And that's what got me into the idea of saying, this is going to be my message. And with that, I will now build the speech around that, which meant doing this. So every block that you see here is a part of my speech. But every block of that speech must tie into that message. When you think that way, you will avoid deviating, adding too many side stories that will distract from your message. So when you build that speech, and it also relates to work speeches as well, always think, at the end of the day, my audience needs to understand why I'm telling them this. And not, oh yeah, then I had this for breakfast and I had that. No, 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 be very stringent. And the beauty about Toastmasters is, I think it's a really strong point of Toastmasters, because we only have 7.5 minutes to convey a message, we really learn how to do that if we want to. We really learn, that is the art, and you can then take that out into the world knowing that you can do this in a very short time. If you can do it in 7.5 minutes, you can definitely do it in 20 minutes. So very important. So basically, make that message as clear and as simple as possible. And you should be able to say it and repeat it in less than 10 words. Then you start building around it. And with that, and we're fantastic on timing, it's amazing. This is me on the stage in Anaheim last year with all those ingredients. So yeah, I think that is basically all I have to say. I've done a lot of talking. Apologies that the sorry? Oh, it's clock. I hear voices in the background. Not sure where we're at. Where are we at? I'll stop sharing. Apologies for the screen from the PowerPoint not quite working the way it should have done, but I hope it still got you, gave you the gist of what I was trying to say. I hand back to. Have other voices in my head at the moment. I don't think.
No, there's some disturbance actually.
Okay, it's not just I don't have voices in my head. Okay.
Wonderful session. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Well, my pleasure.
Sunil, you can block somebody is interfering in between.
It's dead. Please continue.
Are we okay? Okay, so I'll just say thank you. There is, I believe there's some time for questions if you want. If you've heard enough, I totally get it. So back to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you so much for listening.
Look, can I ask one question?
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
Your suggestion, specifically your suggestion on how well we can frame the speech, because sometimes we have so many things to say, but it should be like content should be limited and we need to summarize in a well manner. So what will be the key note you want to say to frame the speech?
Excellent question. I think one of the things that we have to accept is that when we always have too much information. I think that is a problem we all face.
Yeah.
What I think you have to accept is when you want to find the most relevant message in that chaos, it is accept the chaos and then share whatever you want to say with someone else. This is what I do. Literally say, I'm going to talk about this, and then ask the person at the end, what did you take away from what I told you?
Oh, great.
Because what that person heard is probably going to direct you in the right direction, saying, this is what he's hearing. Or she.
Vocal variety, how to in your speech?
Vocal variety. It's a big one. I think, again, going back to the champ, that I think, as I said, I think we can all become champs. If you choose to speak from the heart, you will get the variety. What we also have to accept is that not all of us have the same variation of variety, which is absolutely fine. Not everyone has a singing voice or a louder, but vocal variety is just about, for instance, introducing pauses can be a good way. And also just tapping into, how does that bit make me feel? Even in business, if you have a successful moment in business, if you share that sense of success, it will also reflect in your voice. I think it also goes back to confidence. If you're afraid of speaking, which a lot of us are, that can inhibit vocal variety. So I really encourage you, don't be afraid. That should be another thing. Don't be afraid of messing up. I cannot tell you how often I've messed up. I even went onto a stage and thought I'd won a contest and I hadn't. In Europe, cameras on. I thought I'll never show my face in this world again. I'm here. So don't worry. And vocal variety, I strongly believe, will come when you tap into those emotions.
May I go with the question? So I want to know, like, when you're preparing for or writing a speech, how should we kind of decorate a speech with heavy words or like good English vocab, or like should we keep it simple?
Brilliant question. Brilliant question. And I think I have a simple answer for this. And it ties into the authenticity thing again. I was a judge at a competition recently, and there was someone who gave a beautiful speech, but they were not his words. And you could feel it. Be authentic. The words that come naturally. I mean, you can always add your vocabulary, but the last thing I would suggest is adding pretty words just before a meeting, or have the courage to be simple, to use your language. I can even tell you that basically a speech that's 7.5 minutes long max should not have more than 800 words max. That's not a lot. So, use those words wisely. And sometimes it's nice to embellish with pretty adjectives, but choose the moment. Choose that, and then get going. And however we speak is good enough. I mean, I have an English accent, you have a different accent. It doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. Remember the thing, confidence, you do you, because you're good at that.
Any questions?
I think Leon has his hand raised.
Leon, do you have any question?
Yeah. While being genuine to myself or speaking genuinely, there are a lot of involuntary actions which may contradict ourselves. So how do I practice to get away from this, from the involuntary actions?
Mila, you're on mute.
Mila, you're not audible.
Once. You should have enjoyed that moment. Anyway, you're meaning like tics and yeah, like habits that we pick up and are not aware of. Is that correct,
yes.
Leon? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Do you ever record yourself?
Yes, I do.
Good. So basically, don't shy away from certain tics if they are you, But if you think it's inhibiting you or annoying the audience, I would go step by step. So literally just say focus. I think you say you have several. Do you have several ticks? You say, or just one?
I don't really know what exactly would someone else like and what they wouldn't like, because it's very, what do you call this? Depends on the person's perception. So when I give to a large audience, like you tend to nervous out saying that what is an involuntary one, which one should be taken out and which should be kept.
Are you nervous when you speak?
I'm not nervous with a comfortable crowd, but with a large crowd, yes.
So are those ticks more? I'm calling them ticks just to choose a word to describe it. Is it they more common in larger audiences?
Yes.
Okay, well, there you have it. Bit by bit, I think Toastmasters is exactly where you need to be because it's a safe environment. And maybe, I don't know, do you have an R counter in your club? We in Zurich, we have someone who counts all the noises that we're not supposed to be making. We all do it. And it's quite brutal if someone said you use this word 20 times, but it's hugely useful to have someone look out for you in that safe environment. And I do recommend record yourself. Awareness can help us get rid of some things, and some things are just us. It's absolutely fine. So be kind to yourself.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Toastmasters. We have shortage of time. If you have any questions, please send through chat box. I would like to thank Mila Myrsep on behalf of Gabbys Toastmasters Club for sharing your wonderful thoughts on speechcraft. We really thoroughly enjoyed your session, ma'am, and it was really a remarkable educational session. And thank you for sharing your wonderful knowledge and then spending your valuable time with us. Dear Toastmasters, please put your hands together for our guest speaker, Mila Myrsep. Okay.
Thank you so much. I unfortunately I have another meeting, so I have to leave. It's been a privilege, and if any of you want to contact me, you have my contact details, Yogita. You can do so. Again, thank you for the privilege, and have a lovely evening.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Toastmaster Mila Myrsep. Bye. Dear Toastmasters, let's move on to the next session. Before that, we have a small break of 3 minutes. Let's be back at 8:10.
We can take a
Welcome back, Toastmasters. Shall I start, Toastmaster Sunil?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Once again, good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Dear Toastmasters, let's move on to the next session. Before that, let's have some refreshing activities. Today, I have few riddles for you. Let's try to solve it. First, I'll read a riddle. I am an odd number. I am an odd number. Take away a letter and I become even. What am I?
7.
Yes, correct. Okay. Let's move on to the next riddle. What has one eye? What has one eye but can't see? But can't see.
Coconut?
The eye.
What has one eye, E-Y-E-I? What has one eye but can't see?
It's a needle.
Yes, correct. Okay, Toastmasters. With this great energy, let's move on to the next session, that is prepared speech session. Today we have one prepared speaker, and our speaker is attempting L3P3 speech in presentation mastery. I request Evaluator Toastmaster Venkatesh to read out the guidelines of the speech. Before that, a small introduction to Toastmaster Venkatesh. Toastmaster Venkatesh is an experienced professional.
Toastmaster color. Just a minute.
Yeah.
There has been a slight change. Toastmaster Renu is Smruti's evaluator. Toastmaster Venkatesh is stuck somewhere. I have forwarded her
He
details.
had joined. Yogita, he had joined.
I can't see him.
Yogita,
Toastmaster
he had
Venkatesh, are
joined.
you in the meeting room?
I hear that, Sunil, but I don't hear Venkatesh. It would be Renu, Toastmaster color. Let's please proceed with.
Okay, I request Toastmaster Renu to read out the guidelines of the speech.
The purpose of the project is for the member to develop and practice a personal strategy for building connections through networking. And the purpose of the speech is for the member to share some aspect of experiencing networking.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Renu. A big round of applause to our evaluator. The Toastmasters, our first speaker is attempting L3P3 speech in presentation mastery. Speech title is Make Connections Through Networking. Make Connections Through Networking. To say about today's speaker, an experienced B2B sales professional and certified soft skill trainer, currently pursuing a full-time master's degree in US. She is mindful introvert, striving to become profound public speaker. And in Toastmasters, she serves as a club mentor, club coach, area director, and also present president of Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. The girl who captivates everyone's attention through her smile and her melodious voice. Dear Toastmasters, it's none other than Toastmasters Smruti Sagarika Mohanty. A huge round of applause to our first speaker, Toastmasters Smruti Sagarika Mohanty.
Okay, before the timer starts, can you please read out my speech title for my evaluator?
Speech title is Make Connections Through Networking. Make Connections Through Networking.
A small correction, that's the project name. No problem. My speech title is The Arc Effect. Renu, is that clear to you? Okay,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Kala. Yeah. Sree, you can start the timer now. There I was. Coffee on one hand, uncertainty on the other. The room buzzed with confident professionals, each engaged in animated conversations, each with a story, with a vision. And me? I was debating whether to disappear into my mobile phone or run for an exit. I was wondering, what do I say, what to speak, what do I have, and how can I make an impression which will be lasting throughout this particular meeting? Does this sound familiar to you? Such arrangement, such trauma mentally? Within Toastmaster outside? Well, that was me. In a networking event organized by NSLS, which is the National Society of Leadership and Success. I was representing my college yet feeling like an imposter in a sea of professionals. Well, Toastmasters and distinguished guest, before I dive into the traumatic experience of mine, let me ask you a very quick question and please be honest while replying to me. Imagine you walk into a room, scan the entire thing, and you understood that you don't know even a single soul. What are you gonna do? Let me give you 3 options. Listen carefully. First option, grab your cell phone and text someone, hypothetically. Second option, head straight to the coffee counter because snacks is always a good option. Or option 3, you will go there and introduce yourself. Which option you might pick? Don't answer. But come on, be honest. Tell me how many of you thought about option A and option B? Thank you so much. I can see the energy in the room and echoing my thoughts. Well, indeed, that was me in that particular gathering. I started with A and gradually moved towards B. I quickly grabbed the coffee mug as if it is my safe space, my safe blanket. And there in the corner, I stood there still. When suddenly a voice broke through my overthinking and I heard someone saying, "Mind if I join you?" A confident woman extended a confident handshake towards me. I was hesitating within, but little did I know that handshake was a beginning of a beautiful collaboration. That evening, as I said, little did I know that mere conversation and exchange of a handshake gonna change my narrative and thought process about networking in general. As we gradually started talking to each other, she hit me with a candid or a classic networking question. So, what do you do? What's your story? Now, let's hold there. How many of you find yourself fumbling with such a cliche question? I do. But that day, that night, I tried to be prepared. I started talking to myself, Smruti, come on, you are a soft skills trainer, you are a sales professional, a marketing student, a Toastmaster. Speak up, this is your time. Gathered enough courage, and then I said, well, I am a leadership driven student, passionate about soft skills and public speaking, aiming to inspire and train the future professionals. I did that. She nodded and intrigued. That introduction of mine helped me to break the ice. Our conversation started with flow towards more conversation later. A mere introduction, or we term it as an elevator pitch, helped me to gain my first lesson. In any networking event, remember, your elevator pitch is not just an introduction. Rather, it is the virtual or maybe the verbal business card. A concise elevator pitch is not just heard, it is remembered. Whenever you enter a networking event, remember to go with a purpose, and I try to do the same in that particular evening. I went there with a purpose of at least connecting with some personal branding coach. And to my surprise, this lady, the confident one, was a professional in that particular field. With a driven purpose, I had a good communication and conversation with her, where I understood my second lesson, that is the power of purpose. A purpose makes a small talk rather to a beautiful collaboration. The conversation went good. We had our own moment where we exchanged our history, our professional background, our education, and what we both see together in case we are collaborating. Event did go well. And that helped me to understand, Smruti, what after this particular networking event? What are we going to do? That helped me understand my third lesson. that how we are cultivating post we complete a networking event. Are we restricting to LinkedIn connections? Rather build on the collaboration, the relationship, exchanging words after you complete the event. Well, these were my 3 lessons, but having said that, let me come to that beautiful aspect which helped me to understand the ARC effect, the ARC. A being the active listening. When you are in any networking event, remember to respond rather than to react by nodding or just showing your gestures. R stands for reciprocity. While responding, make sure that you are saying value, you are saying content which makes sense to the conversation. And C indeed stand for the bottom line, that is confidence. With this ARC method, I helped to survive that networking event. And trust me when I say this, whenever you have plans to do so, and whenever you want to experience a networking ripple effect, there is always certain prerequisite to collect. But if you ever hesitate or confused what to select, always remember this ARC effect. Thank you. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Wow, what a great speech. A huge round of applause to our first speaker, Toastmaster Smruti. Dear Toastmasters, with this great energy, let's move on to the next session. Before that, I would like to call today's timer role, Toastmaster Sree Lakshmi, to brief about your role. And a small introduction about Toastmaster Sree Lakshmi. She carries over 14 years of professional experience in finance and tech consulting projects. She enjoys traveling. Over to Toastmaster Sree Lakshmi.
Yeah, thank you, Kala, for the warm introduction. So greetings, fellow Toastmasters and guests. So as a timer, I'll be responsible to time all the speech section, the table topic session, which is upcoming, and the evaluations. So I will be tracking the time for all the speakers with the help of 3 cue cards, which is going to be green, yellow, and red cue card. So as you've already completed the prepared speech, so I will just explain about the table topics, which is upcoming. So for table topics, we'll be having 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. And going ahead with the evaluations, which is going to be for 2 to 3 minutes again. So at 2 minutes, I will raise the green card. And at 2 minutes, 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I'll raise the red card. So for both the sections, which is the prepared speeches and the evaluations and the table topics, we have 30 seconds, which is the grace time. And I'll come back with my timer report when called upon by the TMOD. Yeah, thank you. Over to you, TMOD.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Sree Lakshmi. A huge round of applause to our timer, Toastmaster Sree Lakshmi. Dear Toastmasters, let's move on to the next session, that is table topic session. As we all know that it is an impromptu session which helps to improve impromptu skills. To conduct this session, we have a fabulous table topic master today. He welcomes everyone on every Thursday online meeting with his great energy and enthusiasm. And he is very enthusiastic about learning new things, passion for playing cricket, speaking English, believer in simplicity, hardworking, and integrity. Dear Toastmasters, please put your hands together to welcome today's table topic master, Toastmaster Sunil Dutt, on stage.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for a beautiful and you can say inspiring introduction. Hello, everyone. Did you enjoy the education session and the prepared speech? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, now be relaxed. After education, you are now take some rest. Let's now enjoy the table topic section. A table topic section enables you to develop the skills of impromptu speaking by quickly organizing and expressing your thoughts. So please feel free to speak your mind and heart. According to the timing guidelines, each speaker will get 1 to 2 minutes to speak on the topic. The timer, Sri Lakshmi, will show the green card at 1 minute, the yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red card at 2 minutes. You will get an additional 30 seconds grace time to wrap up your speech by 2 minutes 30 seconds. Therefore, it suggests that a speaker has to speak for minimum 1 minute and maximum 2 minutes 30 seconds to qualify for the polling. First, I will invite the speaker, then I will read out the topic twice, which he or she will have to speak on. I will also put the topic in the chat box to make it easier to understand. Before we start, I would urge those who have kept their cameras switched off, please switch on your cameras if possible, because it looks very awkward to talk to black skins. And today is Holi. Please show your colorful skins. And to make this session more entertaining and have some fun on this Holi festival, I'll give you 2 preposterous situations. Out of them, you have to choose one to speak on by giving the reason for your choice. You have to choose a situation and you have to give the reason behind your choice. No technicality, no mental stress, just have fun. So, who is going to take up the baton first? Please show me your hands. Oh, I would have to choose Bala. Okay, guest Joita Paul. Joita Paul, are you there?
I'm still here.
Yeah. You are ready to take the topic?
Probably I will go with the second one.
Okay. There is no tension. Very simple topic. You have to choose one situation and give your reasons. Enjoy. Okay. Nitesh Gupta. Are you ready to take the topic? Okay.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay.
So your topic is, would you rather not take a bath or not clean your teeth for a month? Not take a bath or not clean your teeth for a month? What would you choose?
Okay. So good evening, fellow Toastmasters. It's amazing topic. I have never even thought of this kind of options in my life because I don't remember a day in the last 15, 20 years or maybe more than that, that I have not taken a bath or even not brushed my teeth. So it's quite difficult for me to choose, but I would say if at all I have to choose, it would first depend on the weather. If it's winter season, I would definitely go with the not taking a bath because that would be quite happy for me to just keep myself inside the blanket for the maybe up to 10 o'clock or up to the time, whatever I can, and just get up and go to the office directly. And rather than brushing the teeth, I don't feel it's a good option because when I'm eating something, it doesn't feel good at all. It's not about much about hygiene because both the options doesn't have a hygiene option. But I think not taking a bath in the winter season is a good option. And if it's summer, I think not taking bath would be the best worst option, I would say. So I would definitely go with not brushing my teeth for a month. But rather, I would say it's quite a good option that we should try at least once in our life that for a month, not just for a few days, for a month you are not taking. It's quite a different experience for someone. It even can create so much of innovation and creativity inside you because you are doing something different which you have never done. So I think one of the options, whatever we can do, I think we should try it once. It can enhance much of your capabilities and much of your attributes in your life. So thank you so much for giving me this another idea of having the creativity in life. Thank you. Over to TTM.
Okay, thank you, Nitesh, and very good attempt. And I didn't think that it was going to be a creative idea for you. That's great. Yes. Okay. Now next, Bala. Bala, are you ready to take the topic?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you come on camera?
Yeah, 1 minute. Just 1 second. I hope I'm audible and visible now. Is it okay?
No, you are not visible still.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Now you are. Okay. Very interesting topic for you. Would you rather work an overtime shift with your annoying boss or spend a full day with your mother-in-law? With your annoying boss or with your mother-in-law?
You are an idiot. That's what my boss always tells me. How can you do things so stupidly? That's what my boss always tells me. Ladies and gentlemen, if I am giving the choice to spend overtime with my annoying boss, I would still do it. Because it's better than going to my mother-in-law. Because if I say something wrong there, I will be in big trouble. I can say something wrong to my boss, and he will say those two things. You are an idiot. You're stupid. But here I have a larger risk because my wife will not really be so amicable to me when it comes to something which I say to my mother-in-law. And I feel what I have today is because of my job. It's because of what I get as salary from my company. Why not spend time with that annoying boss rather than having a time with your mother-in-law? Why? My mother-in-law wants to be with her daughter. I would rather leave my wife with my mother-in-law and then go to my annoying boss. And finally, he will say, "You are stupid. You are idiot." But I'll say, "Thank you. You're right." Because at the end of the month, I get the paycheck because of you. Is there someone annoying you? It's okay. Go ahead and embrace them. Because when you embrace such annoying people, you get some benefits which are real time in life. I believe so. What do you think? Back to you, Tabletop Master.
Thank you, Bala. I want to ask one thing. Your wife is around there? You are in a closed room or your wife is around there?
That's a very good question. I had locked the door before I came into this
Yes,
topic.
that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Okay, now next, Mita and Shah. Are you ready to take the topic? Okay. Would you rather be really beautiful or really intelligent? Beautiful or intelligent?
So the question is beautiful or rather to be a intelligent. So I believe that what is beautiful? The beautiful is only just outer look. The people will judge how you are looking. Are you fair? Are you dark? Or are you thing? But intelligence helped me to become a beautiful. It shows me how I am. So intelligence, according to me, I believe that intelligence make me to be a look beautiful. So I don't say that beautiful is important. According to me, I agree. Intelligence I can do better anywhere. As being a teacher, I always say to be intelligent, because now the kids are too active, techno kids. So we have to be very intelligent with them, to follow them, to make them, to guide them. So we have to be intelligent, then beautiful look. No doubt, intelligent we are. And I don't see the book judging the cover page. I always see the content. So even I feel that if I'm intelligent, I can show that I am a beautiful. That change, intelligence only change me as a beautiful. So there is no way to think that to be a intelligent or not. So that is the way even the students also will agree that my ma'am knows everything. So they will come there. Only looking will be one day, but not forever to be as intelligent. So over to you. I believe that. So thank you.
Thank you, Mitali. You are beautiful, you are intelligent, all kinds of positive properties you have. You don't need to be intelligent more. Okay, now, Sashikant Sharma, would you like to take the topic?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Your topic is, would you rather be half your height or double your weight? Half your height or double your weight?
Okay. Oh, it's a very tough one. I'm trying a lot to reduce weight, but I'll still go with double. Means having double my weight. Reason being, first, that if I'll go half my height, I'll be shorter than my kids actually, and I wouldn't prefer that. I'm shorter than my kids, and in any case, weight means you're not saying I'll be unfit even if I carry the weight. It could be muscle weight, so I would be bulky, maybe a very muscular man with a good height. So I don't see weight a problem if I manage the weight in good way. If I'll have weight, then maybe I'll have less worry about eating as well, which I have right now. Because, like if I'll be, say, double the weight what I am, then I'll be eating a lot of sweets without much care, which will give me a lot of pleasure and happiness. Means I'll not have any guilt when I eat ice cream. So it would be actually fun as well having weight. Not to worry about the weight. Lacking height will kind of hurt me in other areas as well. Like I play sports, so I think like I play tennis, so I'll lose my serve quality if I not have height. But weight, as I said, like if I can manage the weight in a good proportion, I can still manage and play games. What I'm doing right now, so. And maybe means weight will come with some power as well. So my forehands will have more power. My serves will be faster. So I'll be winning more matches, which I need to because I'm not winning much right now. Even with this height. So with shorter height, I'll be losing everything actually. So I'll keep the height. I'll go with the weight. Become more muscular. Maybe I'll participate in competitions, bodybuilding competitions, and win those as well. So I'll choose the weight. Thank you.
You are on mute, Sunil.
After gaining double weight, you won't need a mattress. गद्दे का क्या काम है?
Yeah.
Okay. Next, Joita Paul. Are you ready? Joita Paul?
Yes, yes. Please go
Can you
easy
come on
on me.
camera?
Yes.
Easy, they are easy. You have to choose only one. Okay. Okay. Very easy. Would you rather have a lifetime supply of ice cream or lifetime supply of chips? Lifetime supply of ice cream or a lifetime supply of chips?
Well, I would go with the second option, lifetime. I would like to go with the second option with the chips one, because this is something I feel like I can have all my life, all day long. Though it's ice cream is something I like, but still I will go with chips, because since childhood I have my own memories of making chips at home. That was such a huge task, because being small, my hands were small, I wouldn't be able to cut vegetables and all, but still it just gives me that memories. I can I'll just cut the potatoes in the scraper and help my mom. Mom, just help me just cook this, because that has been my childhood memory. Like, I can chips is something. You can go with movies, you can go with chips. Matches, cricket matches, you can go with chips. You can go for tours and travels, you can go with chips. Chips is something, I think, it's easily accessible and you can have it everywhere, and it's something very common. But in terms of ice cream, there's kind of, you need cold places to keep that ice cream frozen, to get that delicacy of the taste of ice cream. So ice cream chips is something, uh, you can have it all the way. I can have chips while going to school. Chips is something I have loved all my life, especially when it comes with the different kinds of flavor. In ice cream also you can, but sweets always increases up your calories faster than savories. So I would go with chips. Thank you. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Joyita. It was so difficult to choose, between an ice cream and chips, especially for women. Okay, Yogita, we have time to take one topic more, or okay, okay, okay. Now we wrap up the session. Thank you for all the speakers. They told us their choices. Thank you very much. I enjoyed the session. Thank you very much. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sunil. I really enjoyed this session. Our table topic master involved all the speakers, and the topics were also very simple, which encourages speakers to speak about it. A wonderful session. A huge round of applause to our table topic master, Toastmaster Sunil Gupta. Okay. Okay, Toastmasters, let's move on to the next session, that is evaluation session. Now, I would like to call our evaluator, Toastmaster Renu, to have a brief evaluation on Smruti's speech.
My target speaker, Toastmaster Smruti. I really enjoyed your entire speech. And the few aspects in your speech that really went well for you, that includes first the opening. It was very highly effective. Your narration of feeling lonely in a large event was quite relatable. I think everyone in the audience would feel that. Second thing that worked well was you did a great job at engaging with the audience by causing their interest with a well-placed question. So once you had captured that attention of your audience, you seamlessly transitioned into sharing your own personal experience, and then concluded with a very the key lessons that you learned in your interaction. So that was again very impressive. So all in all, Toastmasters Smriti, you had a very well structured flow featuring an engaging opening, a clear body, and a strong conclusion. The takeaway for your audience was particularly impactful, which was you reinforced with your term, the acronym that you used, the ARC. It's made it more memorable and insightful for the audience. So I don't have any recommendations for you. You are a complete package. Your everything works well in your speech. But if I could just challenge you, I would just ask for some micro expressions that I think maybe you can bring about on your face, and that will surely add that icing on the cake. Thank you. Thank you so much. Looking forward to your future speeches.
Thank you, Toastmaster Renu. A big round of applause to our evaluator Toastmaster Renu. Dear Toastmasters, now let's call our timer, Toastmaster Sree Lakshmi, to have a brief a note about today's meeting. Toastmaster Sree Lakshmi on stage.
Yeah, thank you once again, Toastmaster of the day. So today, in terms of prepared speech, there's like no disqualification. In any of the table topic speakers, there's no disqualification. In terms of the evaluation, it was like timed from 2 to 3 minutes, but the time taken is 1 minute to 43 seconds. So there's just one disqualification there.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sree Lakshmi. A huge round of applause to our timer, Toastmaster Sree Lakshmi. Dear Toastmasters, today I thoroughly enjoyed today's meeting because we had everything in today's meeting. Like we had a great educational session, a wonderful prepared speech session, and a great evaluation session, and also table topic session, whatnot. I really had full meals today. What about you? I hope you also enjoyed today's meeting. With this great energy, I would like to hand it over this session to our President, Toastmaster Yogita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kala, for conducting this meeting so well. And that's it. That brings us to the end of the meeting. I hope you all enjoyed today's meeting. Before I wind up, I would like to understand from every one of you, what was your favorite segment? And meanwhile, I take the feedback, I really request people to vote. So moderator, kindly launch the polls. And so you see some, now here's some biasness when you see something on your screen popping up. Vote for whosoever did the best according to you today. And I would love to hear from, as I see on my screen, I'll be calling out the names. I would love to hear from you, Sree Lakshmi. What was the best part of today's meeting?
Yeah, I guess for me, it was the uniqueness of the topics in the table topic session and the way it was conducted, like with giving the option, because that I've never seen in the past. So I guess that was quite different from the usual sessions. And yeah, very unique topics.
Okay, great. And so it is table topic segment for Sree Lakshmi. What about the table topic master, Sunil?
I liked the education session most. The most.
Okay, what about the Toastmaster of the day, Kala? She's tired, maybe. What about our evaluator, Renu? Are you there?
Yeah, I really loved Smruti's speech and of course our educational session as well.
Okay. And by the way, thank you so much for taking up the evaluator role at the last moment because Venkatesh was
my
facing
pleasure.
certain network glitch. But it is really it's really nice of you to take it at the last moment. And yes, although you were not introduced earlier, I would just like to share a bit about her. She is currently the VPM of the Gabbys International Toastmaster Club. And she is from Chandigarh and a soft skills trainer and an image consultant in making. So that is our VPM Renu Kaushal for you all. Can we have our guest Yogita Paul? What about you? What did you like? I heard your table topic speech, by the way. It was great.
Thank you so much. This is probably my first time attending Gabby's international meeting. I really liked the table topic session. It was really different. Like, to be honest, I'm really scared of this session usually. But I take that courage and listening to others, and it was really great. I liked the table topic session a lot. I also liked Toastmasters Smriti's speech. It was really different than what I have heard usually. It's really unique, so I really like that.
Oh, well,
Thank you
that's
so much.
really nice of you, Yogita. And I hope to see you more in Gabby's meeting as a guest and sooner as a member. But it was good having you. You did a very well attempt in the table topic speech. And next we have Shashikant Sharma.
Yeah. So means it was one of the best or the best meeting I had with means I only attended 5 before this, but best part for me was that in the first session I learned how to means they were the process of how to give a prepared speech in a good quality. And in the next session itself, Smruti presented it with an example as well. So there was a process and there was an example. So that was the best part for me.
Okay, great, excellent. And what about Toastmaster Meeta? What did you like?
I liked education session as well as the speech.
Okay, great, crisp and clear as always. What about Shalin Kotia?
See, it's very difficult to choose a particular section. All I'll say is please share the recording after the meeting so that I can have a look at all the sections again.
I promise
Thank
you
you.
that. I promise you that. And what about Toastmaster Smruti?
Yeah, I loved each and every part actually. That will be too biased of me to pick any particular segment of a Gabbys meeting. Having said that, education session always bring a new flavor to a meeting. And today, Mila had her own wise wisdom words to share. So I love that part. I'll be inclined towards the session more then. Back
Yeah.
to you.
And by the way, wonderful speech, Smruti. I really like the way you associate things with acronyms. All right, then we have TTM Nitesh Gupta, and I'm seeing him first time in the meeting. Welcome to Gabbys. He is a club member.
Oh,
Please share feedback.
that's really great of you that you remember or you know at least that I'm a member. Yes, it's been 6 months that I've been the member of Gabbys, but I never came in the meeting. It's first time I'm coming and truly speaking because renewal masses are coming and I have to decide. So I thought, let me at least attend one meeting to decide that I can attend or I should continue or not. Because I have been a member of Toastmasters for the last 12 years. But due to some preoccupations, I couldn't join. And the question that which part I like, so I would say even what I liked in each part. So in the speech, I would say that it was very apt topic and aptly described because that's the need of an art, at least for me, that I needed what to network and how to network. Secondly, about the table topic, amazingly innovative. And I must say, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was the first speaker, goosebumps were there, but I attempted it without any hassle and it was amazing. About that evaluation, I must say that it was very to the point evaluation and very aptly described again the same wordings I'm using, but it was the real which I'm talking about that the evaluation was taught. So overall, I really enjoyed this Gabbys meeting. I couldn't attend the educational session again. I just could join at around age 15 or something. Thank you.
That's what I told you. Please keep attending our meetings, and I hope we keep on enriching more of your experiences by giving the best. And we also have Wasim Akram, if you would like to share. Okay. And we also have Kendall Kato.
Yes, thank you very much to Madam President. So, like the debate topics, it's a dilemma. I shouldn't say dilemma, but all aspects of today's meeting was excellent, on par. If I have to pick, I would go with the table topics. It's unusual. It brought a lot of amusement and still had you thinking on your feet. So that's my choice for today. But excellent meeting today. Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for your feedback and for choosing the favorite part. And I hope, as everybody said, you enjoyed each and every segment. That is Gabbys for you, and that is what we aspire to do in every meeting. And now I have the results. Although most of you chose the table topic segment, the winner results say something different by only one vote. The favorite role taker for today's meeting is none other than Toastmaster Kala, the Toastmaster of the day. Can I have a spotlighted, please? And we'll have the winner picture also. Also, the table topic segment had 5 different speakers, all brought their wonderful ideas. And the topics were really nice. Something which, okay, made me think, okay, if I was there, what I will speak. And the winner is Toastmaster Bala. Can we have a round of applause for him as well? Can I have Kala and Bala spotlighted if they're still in the meeting?
Bala is not in the meeting.
Can you please spotlight Kala? Okay, so that's a wrap from our end. And I wish you all a very, very happy Holi. Good night. Take care, everyone. We meet every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Our next meeting is on Saturday at 10 a.m. IST. Hope to see you all soon because it's again a special meeting. We have a specific theme, which I don't think many of us would have heard of, because when I heard of it, it was not something which I was clear about. To know more about it, stay tuned on the guest group or on the discussion group. See you all. Thank you. Good night. Take care.
Thank you.
Happy
Bye-bye.
Holi, everyone.